Hello again. Good afternoon, everyone. August 14th, 2022 is the day. This is the next update in the Supertunia Vista window box growth. Starting here with the bubblegum. Now the bubblegum, it's been an entire month since all the Supertunias got trimmed down. And you can continue to see it just keeps getting lower and lower and lower towards these box hedges, which I'll eventually have to start trimming. However, I will tell you this, even though the bubblegums look their best since the trim, we had a terrible rainstorm a few days ago, which I will show you some of that video right now. So another massive rain here. Can't even get out of the driveway. Garbage pails flushed all the way down the road. Garbage is going down the road. For the last hour or so, all the garbage is... And there's garbage all down there. Look at all the garbage going down the street. It's still going. Yeah, so as you can see from that video, there was puddles of rain everywhere. A huge flood right there. There was garbage everywhere. Rain was pouring out of the gutter right there. And everything here, everything got drenched. So even though these look good, they actually would have looked better had that rain not happened, but that's just how it is. I was able to move some of these leggy growth parts of the Supertunia forward. You can see where the flowers are pushing against the window. That means it's just about time for them to move forward, which is better because now I can get back here and water a lot easier. You can just plug the hose up right there. So things are looking good for the bubblegum. I started fertilizing with the Supertunia, for the proven winner Supertunia blend, you know, the water-soluble fertilizer that they recommend. I was using the bloom booster, but we were having so much bad rain that it really wasn't making any real progress that I thought. And it's in a smaller batch, so you go through it a lot more. Here's the Jazzberry, which I do believe look the best currently. But the bubblegum are catching up. These have probably the most growth on them and the most flowers. They seem to be doing very good. They recovered well because there was some budworms on them. So I sprayed them down with BT, which is a natural organic pesticide. Here's the fuchsia, and there's a butterfly that's enjoying it. Can you imagine that being that butterfly? Like all of these flowers you get to choose from. That butterfly is probably flower drunk right now. Look at it, it doesn't even know what to do with itself. The fuchsia is having a problem. This one right here is dying. That's the 5th plant. Remember, there's 6 in these. There's the 6th one at the end. And the one right here, I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know what happened to it. Ever since we had those rains, it has not been itself. It's still alive though, but lost all of its growth pretty much. And I'll take you up there and show you what I mean. Another thing, other than the butterfly, there's been a lot of hummingbirds coming by. I didn't notice that last year. I had some Supertunias last year. Oh, wow, look at that. Going from plant to plant. So here's the back end of the Jazzberry, which probably next weekend I'm gonna show you how to push them forward. Because you have to train them to want to grow in the other direction, because there's no point in having all this growth showing towards the house. You can't see it in the road, number one. Number two, it's in the shade, so it's not going to flower as profusely, but the plant still has to use all this energy to throw everything this way. So with a little effort, which I'll show you next weekend, it'll be a separate video from the growth update. I'm going to show you how over the summer I've been able to multiple times train everything to grow forward. Of course, usually when you do that, more growth, it'll give you a couple of weeks, but then it'll start to fill in, and it's a process. You gotta keep doing it. It's really easy though. But here's the fuchsia, and this plant right here, out of all of them, I'm not sure what happened. It's still green. Some of it went brown and dried out, but something happened. I'm not quite sure. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me. Some of it dried up, see? But some of it's still green and growing. So let's go check out the Paradise. Here's the Supertunia Vista Paradise. Looking good. Lost a lot of flowers from the rain, and you can see a lot of damage from the water. The rainwater that was on here. Right there's a lot of damage. Some more damage, right? That's what the water does to the flowers. All these little speckles that you get on it, that's water damage from torrential downpours. Some more right there. And these boxes that are out here, they don't have much protecting them like the awning right here. But nonetheless, they're still going strong. They're still thirsty. Gonna have to start moving these forward too. And then the Supertunia Vista Silverberry, still having troubles after the rain. See a lot of material here kind of rotted away. And you know, this is what happens. It's the rainy season now. You know, it wasn't like this in June and early July. All of a sudden by late July and now in August, the rain has really kicked up. And it's been a problem for these, you can tell. Look at that butterfly is still having a blast. Anyway, so that's gonna be it for this video, this update. Again, hoping that we don't have too much more rain. Another thing is the temperatures are now in the 80s and actually in the high 60s in the morning. After that storm came through, there's been a cold front, which I know these plants do like. I don't think they like being out there when it's almost 100 degrees every day. But again, it's showing you that really they can survive in really hot weather. You just have to water them profusely and fertilize them profusely. But this is going to be the last really hot month, but at least for the next week, it looks like it's not going to be above 85. There'll probably be some rainy days though. All right, well anyway, that'll be it for this video. Hope you enjoy it, and make sure to tune in next weekend.